No, boys, gentlemen, we are live. Guys, welcome back to ML Pitch Talk. Welcome back to another episode. Don't have the usual crowd. We don't have Paco or Big H here today. Today, I have two other top gooners with me today to dissect an issue that has been pressing within the Arsenal fan base all day long. A couple of people have been losing their heads. The whole fan base is kind of split and divided. Some people are cussing out Thierry Henry. Some people are heterosexuals. There's just been a lot of back and forth within the fan base right now. But I want to introduce two of my two guys with me right now. First, I want to introduce Big Tams, diehard Arsenal fan, Big Gruner. Welcome to the channel. It's an honor to have you here, Big Tams. Appreciate
Thank
it.
You, man.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
And last but not least, you might have seen him for his viral clip of saying, Buster quickly, and she said he was bleeding shy. If it's not none than Goody Productions, Goody Dog on the building.
It's been a pleasure, bro. It's been a long time coming to do this football.
Yeah, we've been meaning to set this up. We've been meaning to set this up, honestly.
Looking forward
boys,
to it,
I'm just gonna jump straight into it. Obviously, there's a lot of turmoil in the fan base right now. If you're not really clued up on it, but Thierry went on the overlap. Had a discussion about Arteta, Mikel and the boys, and just the whole state of the project, and also just basically why we're lacking a true number 9 right now. So I'm just gonna play this clip. Goody, I'm not sure if you've seen it already. I'm not.
No, obviously, I watched the whole pod.
You watched the whole pod. Okay, perfect.
Same.
Okay,
twice.
So I know this clip, this part of the clip, anyways, is the most kind of like irrelevant part. But we're gonna watch it again and we're gonna break it down and dissect it.
No, they're all key.
But they're building and they're sort of getting better.
Say again, sorry.
No, they're all key parts. Even the way he's asking it, I have my take on it, anyways. But we'll
speak. Let me start.
What do you think of the current Arsenal situation of sort of 6 years now, 5-6 years without a trophy, but they're building and they're sort of getting better each time?
That's a tall building now. The building is tall. There's a lot of the building is really tall. That's big.
Pause it.
I always talk to right.
Pause it. Sorry, I know a lot of people like this, that are in situations or in groups where they're like this, shoulders up and just want to show off in front of people because they want to look good in the crowd. That's what he was doing right there. No one even laughed that much. I remember I have Tigo on Twitter. You know Tigo Shigale or whatever it was. Yeah. I have him on Twitter, and even he was like, "Ah." Well, anyways, keep playing. I'm just taking notes on all these things that Henri said. That's my first one that I was like, "Oh, red flags." But go on.
About it. Look, I'm not going to pretend I'm an Arsenal fan more than him or a guy that was born and raised as an Arsenal fan. But I understand. At the very beginning, you arrive. By the way, we won the Cup 2020. Yeah. Yeah. 3 years. And Roy can tell you, you also coach. You're in a situation at the beginning where it's not your team. You need at the very least 3 to 4 transfer windows to be able to change everything that you want to change. Get rid of the guys that are on a good contract, that don't want to leave, that maybe don't like the way you play or you don't like the way they play. So it takes time. Whether we finish 8th, we were not great. You have to give a manager time to be able to implement what he wants to do. So 3 years. Now, the last 3 years, we've been in a situation also where we should at least bring a cup, whatever it is, or a final. Man United played 5 finals in their last 5 years. The United that everyone loves at played 5 finals. In the last 3 years of building that building, you didn't reach a final. So I do understand when people ask the question, surely you should have compete for a trophy, being in the final. This year we didn't compete with Liverpool. I don't know what people think, but we didn't compete not once.
Okay. But he goes on a bit more of a rant there, just explaining his whole thought process. But what kind of struck me, boys, in this clip is just when he kind of brought up United, because I felt like he was flown. I was with him. Then he mentioned United, and I was kind of like, And then the minute he said that United was kind of building something, I was like, what the hell were United building? Do you know what I'm saying? Whatever they were building was made with paper mache because it wasn't going to be stacked up properly.
Does he say United are building, or did he say in the last 5 years the team that we're laughing at have reached 5 finals? I don't think he was saying
he said that as well, but he also said that they were building. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know, John. Your mic is muted.
Sorry, I was muted there. My bad. Flipping out. My head's all over the place. Even that flipping the United take that he said there, it's so, the context of it is so stupid, man. It's honestly so stupid. And you know what? I'd hear it even if it was from like Carragher and them. I don't like when they even comment on Arsenal and stuff like that because you know yourself. But coming from Henry, man, it's just like I said it to someone earlier. Yeah, it's like going to your missus ups and then you're talking shit about it. Even though it's probably true, yeah, but you're talking shit. It's just so disrespectful, bro, to your missus. Firstly, this guy is meant to be like our legend, yeah, and represent us. So be it. Everything he said there is spot on for me, anyways. It's spot on, but it's just the environment you're in. You're sitting beside Carragher and Neville, who dislike Arsenal anyways, and look for any reason to ridicule us in it. And you're sitting there giving them, bro. Carragher normally butts in on conversations. He sat there like this, saying, "Yes, this is it. Media's gonna have this one nice and nice and nice." And even the comments, the video that they put up on Sky Sports, it has nothing to do with what he said. Is Henry criticized Arteta and he says this is going to be his last year. And the way they portray it, they know exactly what they're doing, bro. And he fell for the bait, man.
The media is going to do that, though.
Yeah, but okay, don't fall for the bait then. How many times Ian Wright says stuff about Arsenal that might sound like it's wrong, but it is right, and it doesn't get baited like that because they know, Henry, we're going to get him.
Because Ian Wright, I watched the overlap, right? And Ian Wright,
I watched it as well.
And Mickey Richards, they're very good at criticizing you, yeah, but it doesn't feel like you got a slap. Do you get me?
Yeah.
No, real talk.
Yeah.
My thing, in my opinion, John, yeah, why you lost your head today on Twitter or whatever, and you have every right to feel how you feel. You have every right. You're a fan. You're a passionate fan, right? But for me, if I'm being completely real and honest, my thing with why people are going mad, a percentage of it is because rival fans are going to jump on this. My evidence to that, you're talking about Neville and Carragher sitting there, blah, blah, blah. Brother, they criticize their teams as well. Do you ever see when Liverpool lose or don't play well? Carragher goes in on them. That situation with the contracts, right? He was saying Liverpool fans were blaming FSG. He was saying, listen, don't blame FSG on this, blah, blah, blah. They did this. Liverpool fans were getting onto him saying, oh, you don't back us, blah, blah. You're on the payroll, blah, blah. Neville recently, they're saying there's a toxic environment, the legends, blah, blah. They all criticize their clubs. With me, I have no problem with Henry saying that because there's a standard there. As he was a winner, captain, he's a statue outside the stadium, and what he said was true. Sorry. The United part, I kind of hear you guys point on the United part.
No. Go on,
let me just jump in there, boys, quickly. Do you think genuinely that anybody within the fan base that is massively Arteta in has any case to say that Henry is jealous or bitter of what
they have a case?
No, they have a strong case.
You think so?
Yeah,
bro, he doesn't back him in. No, I'm not even saying he should back him yet, but just even like because Henry's, you're a manager yourself. I love managers that that can reflect and be like, you know what, I've been in these situations, probably even worse situations, and for him to do what he's doing now, he should at least get plaudits. I'm not saying, he should be like, he's the best thing ever, and he shouldn't be in jeopardy of his job. But Henry is in a privileged situation, especially because he's an national legend, of being like, you know what, I'm seeing, the three of us here, hands down, Goody even says, I'm here for Arteta, I ride for Arteta, all of this stuff, yeah? We see what he's doing. It might not be getting the coast, but a blind man could see what he's doing, bro. A blind man can see what he's doing. Now, the only thing that I really like, that really irritates me is like this club, the way we think and go forward with this football club. We're so close. We just need that big push. Like if we were really driven, if we had like a driven owner in this club, I swear we'd be winning so many trophies. That's where I'm really hurt, yeah. But it's just, you know where you are. You're an overlap, bro. and you're sitting beside, I know you said Goody, oh yeah, fans, yeah, it does play a big part. You know where you're at, you know who you're sitting beside, these Gary Nevilles and these Carragers and these Roy Keanes, who are failed managers anyways. I know Carragher wasn't a manager, who are failed managers and know how hard it is to be a manager, bros. Lampard, they kicked him out of Chelsea. He's a legend there, but they kicked him out of Chelsea because he was shy. Yeah, but because Henry is like this and he has the aura, he thinks they can say anything. Bro, he's been a shit manager himself. How come you trying to approach the way Arteta does? Maybe you'd be all right as a manager instead of thinking everyone's going to be Thierry Henry and you can just walk onto the pitch and beat 10 man. Do you get me? There's context to this, bro. You can't just be. He did not. And I swear to you, every time I hear on Henry speaking about Arteta, he never gives him even a small bit of praise. Small bit.
He gives him praise, but it's more.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't give him praise.
It's like backhanded praise that he gives him. You like even on the overlap day, he says, yeah, like he's built a great squad and he has us competing all that kind of stuff. But he focused more heavily on the negative side of things, and he even talked about the hamstring injuries as well, where he kind of entailed to the idea that Arteta's kind of ruined the players to the ground a little bit, which I kind of agree with him a little bit. But at the same time, I'll back Arteta in this sense, because why were we playing the Euros? In the like just this summer gone, and then they had like a 2-3 week break, and then preseason started. Then about 2 weeks,
and the boys come back.
The boys.
That's Arteta's fault, isn't it? Is that
like,
Arteta's fault?
Why are we playing a Club World Cup in a month's time? Why are we doing that?
And do you know what's mad? Sorry, Toy. Do you know what's mad? Royce, Saka, these men that they don't rate, all these people, you can say, oh, think of fans, but this is what I always see every day. This is what I hear every day. These people that they don't rate, Saka and Royce, that they're not up here. They play these games full matches, even friendlies. Saka and Royce are starting.
See, what I'd like to see from Arteta for next season is just a bit more rotation, because I've said on my TikTok as well.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely thought Jakub Kiwior was shit. I was ready to wash my hands.
No.
Before he came in for the Gabriel injury, but because we don't see him enough, and the 1 or 2 times we did see him, he made a mistake. Like
where I'm pissed off at Mikel Arteta as well. Where I hear I'm actually now I'm gonna get as vexed as John. Do you guys remember? Yeah, I don't know if it was under Bolton at home in the League Cup or Preston.
Saka, come on, innit?
Why is Saka on the fucking pitch?
So I mean,
well, he played Gabriel in the second leg against.
Why are they on the pitch?
Yeah, I mean,
like Mikel, especially in the early rounds. I get it, like when you get to the semis or whatever and the final, right? Even seen the Chelsea game today. Chelsea still rotated. They changed their goalkeeper, changed their back four. They only kept their midfield and their strike force as normal, yeah. Rotating these cups, even Monday, the amount of games we're playing 4 extra games in the Champions League, yeah, or whatever it is, right? Even like, say you play like I don't know who's in the Champions, say Bayer Leverkusen early rounds, rotate a little bit. You know what I mean? Obviously, or if you know you're qualified, rotate for the rest of it. There's no rotation in this team.
You know what else? You know what else?
4 hamstring injuries is unforgivable. I'm sorry.
That's first.
You know what also annoys me? All the substitutions are so predictable. He rolls them out.
Yeah, I know.
75th minute. Lewis Kelly for Calafiori. Trossard for Martinelli. Do you know what I'm saying? Like it's so predictable. Like he never tries to change it a little bit. Maybe drop into a back 3 for certain games when shit is not working. Like the in-game management for me this season was absolutely diabolical.
It has been. I hear. I'm 100% on that. And even I said it. Even us Arsenal fans, we know this, innit? We know this. And for him, do you know what? For him to do all of this, and even us complaining and stuff, I'm not using it as an excuse. Why the fuck are we second, bros, and reaching semi-finals? This just shows you, Mikel needs to just wake the fuck up, bro. I wish one day if he goes on holiday and just wakes up and be like, bros, well, I'm actually this close with shit. Can I not just fucking fix this up? Unless he's not the one calling the shots, boys. Let's have it real. Maybe he's not the one.
He's calling the shots. Do you know he's calling the shots? I don't know if it was after Toibi. You can probably chime in here. I don't know if it was after his second season or that season he got his 5th in the Europa League after the last time he finished 8th. He was made manager, which you're allowed. You're part of the transfer. You call the shots. Wenger, he
got more roles. Like even picking Berta as a sporting director, he had a hand in that. Like
you're saying
as well. Who stays?
You're saying hand in that, but you're saying hand in that. Does he have full control? Because even I'm hearing now, this Sterling thing, like he actually wanted a striker, but they offered him that. And even the way I'm hearing these transfers, the way it is, it's just like,
you see the Sterling one.
They
I'm
didn't
not
offer
gonna
him
allow
that.
the Sterling one. I'm
They
not
didn't
gonna
offer
allow
him that.
because every single one of his defensive targets he seems to get without a bother. But it's the attacking sort of things where he's just kind of like, you can't get this person. It is what it is. Like,
yeah, but Toyib, hold on. Let's be real though. For an attacker, maybe with the defenders and stuff like that, it's probably, I'm looking business wise, it's probably cheaper to get a defender for 40, 30. You're not getting an elite striker for 30, 40. So they're probably thinking, right, if we're going to spend big, we're going to have to spend huge on someone. So they're probably scratching their heads, which is silly anyways, because I know the strikers out there that we can get in it. But this is what I'm trying to think that they're thinking. 150, we're going to have to spend that, and they're scratching their head. Whereas, like, 40 for Califury, I can do that. Marino, I can do that.
I get that point of view, but what we're not some paupers, though, boys. We
I know we're not. I know we're not. I know.
Like, if you look at every single team that's won the league or the Champions League in the past couple of years, they've had to spend money.
I know. True.
In order to make money, you have to.
But then United spend money. United spend money. They're 17th or 15th. United spend money then, and they're 15th. So it works both ways, man.
You know, they spend money for vibes. They're just fucking. What I think is we have our things set and patterned. It's like, for me, what really pissed me off this whole season is like we pushed City to the last day, and then you looked at all that what we went through.
The magnificent I agree with that, man.
Magnificent run that we went on at the back of the season. I still to this day I still want to ask Mikel Arteta, why the hell do you change the lineup against Aston Villa? That's the one question I want to ask.
I know.
That's one question I want to ask. But anyways, I digress. What I really want to ask people in there is, after we got knocked out by Bayern Munich in that Champions League quarterfinals, they came out themselves and said we do not have the star quality, we don't have the if factor to get us over the line. They said they were going to adjust that in the summer. So why are you taking 2 years to announce Calafiori? Why are you taking 10 years to get Marino over the line? And then we're sitting on our hands like a bunch of dopes. And then you roll out Raheem Sterling on the last day. You think I'm going to be happy?
I've seen a video just on that day.
Man City to the last day, and then that's the signings that you have in the next window. You're not ambitious to win.
I've seen a video on Twitter there, right? And it was Edu talking when we signed Raheem. He said, "Look, this wasn't the plan to sign him. I'm going to be fully transparent. It wasn't the plan. It was an opportunity that came to us on the last day on the window." That's shocking.
That's shocking.
He feels like he's guilty, like that. He's even announcing this signing.
What's the scouting department doing? What are they doing? What's the?
I said that.
What are they doing? Were they smoking slips the whole summer? Were they sipping on some pina coladas or something?
They took it
because good not to cut you off. I'll let you know. It feels like if we can't get our first target, we just say,
They took the piss in the summer, and how you rectify that, obviously, when look, we're in and around, like, challenging for the league, we're still in the Champions League, whatever. January is your window to go sort it out. Kvaratskhelia has gone for 60 million. You don't do it.
Aye.
There's loans out there. Now, listen, Arsenal fans, here's another thing I'm going to go at Arsenal fans. They're not getting away with this. We are stuck up our own noses, right?
But rightly so, bro.
Would we have taken Marco Asensio and Rashford in January?
I would have took him. Yeah, I would have, bro. I had fans saying
Asensio. I would have. Rashford, you would have had to convince me.
I had fans saying Sterling. They were happy that Sterling came. So if fans are happy Sterling is coming to the club, they'll take Rashford. Trust me, they will take Rashford.
Okay, see the left wing options, right? Because I'm hearing like Nico Williams wants like 300 bags a week.
He wants to be the highest paid of the club.
The Rodrigo one is kind of dying now. Now Alonso's gone there. I'm not really hearing it getting hyped up. Rashford's going for 40 million. Would you take him in the summer?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
And I have another question after. Go on.
And that's my whole point with the striker market. I've been saying this to Goody for a long ass time. Yes, we can buy a striker, but the striker market is shocking, boys. It's shocking. It's shocking. The best strikers are over 30, and it's Harry Kane and stuff. Harry Kane is probably the one. If it was me, I'd be going for him. But obviously, it's not realistic, innit? But he's the one that you'll guarantee get goals. Other than that, I don't know. People are saying goal craze, but I know it might be a flop. It might work. Who knows? We don't know, but it's big money. I'm hearing Sesko 53 mil now. Is he going to come if you pay the trees? Flop. We don't know.
See, if we get Sesko, yeah, and he doesn't bang, I'll hold my hands up and I will not blame the club because I can't fault you.
No, but that's not. See, but we've done this already with Pepe and stuff, and we still get like this is the problem, Arsenal, bro. Whatever we do, we'll still get it. We'll still get it.
Is the reason why is because we're not collecting anything on the way. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I seen a tweet.
Yeah, I know.
That somebody said that at least for Klopp, if he wasn't winning the league, he was gonna grab an FA Cup. He was gonna go deep in the Champions League.
I hear
like, the amount of Champions League Jurgen Klopp should have is actually a silly amount if you really deep it. Do you know what I'm saying? The amount of times he's been to a Champions League final, the sheer amount of finals that Klopp has gotten Liverpool to is ridiculous as well. Do you know what I'm saying?
I hear that.
This guy, 5-6 years into the thing, we've only been to one. Do you know what I'm saying? He's just not good enough. So I get Henry's point, but when he started trying to mix United into and all this kind of stuff, I was like,
that's what I lost him with that.
That's
you know where I kind of have empathy for Mikel. Right? If you look at Arsenal's journey, right, that first year when we challenged for the league, remember when we were in the lead for like 200 days or something like that? That year was the year was supposed to be basically phase.
Top 5.
That was not phase shit. That was meant to be phase maybe 2 or 3. The fact that we challenged for so long and fell off at the end, then that whole thing, we were ahead of the process.
Did we fall off though? I don't think we fell off.
Not that we fell off, bro. Here's where my question is going, right? The question here is the title of the stream is Henry digging out Arteta and the project. I want to talk about the project, right? So when we did all that, the great football we were playing, blah blah blah, yeah. Did Mikel Arteta kill this project by signing Kai Havertz?
That's a great question.
Because that £65 million outlay is maybe where the owners say, right? I'm playing devil's advocate. Me, I don't like them owners, right? I'm playing devil's advocate.
I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
65 million. Here's your striker. Blah blah blah, and then he gets us 2 points near the top. Yeah, I think he was like one of the top scorers that season. And I have a feeling Mikel, the reason why he wants Sesko is because Sesko can play. I said this to my brother earlier when I seen him, right? Sesko can play right across. Apparently, he can play left wing as well. He's young. There's no excuse for Havertz to still play. Whereas besides Gyökeres is ready-made now, primed to play now. There's no excuse. I still think that this Mikel is hanging his hat on. And someone said it. Arsenal fans have said it. This project will die with Kai Havertz. I want to get you, man, thoughts.
Yeah, well, no. Do you know what?
That's a brilliant.
Come on, man, I do this.
No. We've been saying this, man. And I like Kai Havertz as a footballer, but let's be real. You're not going to win the league with the way the league is now and the demands that they ask. Because there's no divine right to win the league next year or the year before, the year after. Like even if we do buy the best players, even if we got Ishak, there's no divine right. We could say we have a better chance, but there's no divine right. But to have Kai Havertz up top, I said as well, Goody, the day he signed him, and he'd even signed him as a striker, so he's fluking his way as well, Mikel. This is what I'm saying. Like we dig into Arteta as well. I just don't like when you dig us around ops. It's you're baiting it. When we talk amongst each other like this, go ahead, bro, because we know what one is. It's in house. Do you get me? And this is why I didn't like the way Henry went about it, because he's not in house. He's talking outside.
I don't think you're looking at the bigger picture though.
No, I am, because this is all clickbait, bro. It's all clickbait, man. He's just trying to clickbait.
That's a fair point. I hear the clickbait.
He's trying to clickbait.
Hear me.
How you mentioning United, bro? United, please don't. If they said Chelsea, I'd be like fairs, because they've actually Snow just said that they've won all the European competitions. Chelsea have been winning cups. Don't give me United, man. They haven't won the league in years.
In the past 5 years, they've won 2 European trophies. It's crazy.
Who?
Yeah, but before I get to
Chelsea.
the point, though,
Yeah, in the past 5 years, they've won 2 European
Yeah,
trophies.
that's what I'm saying. I would have heard if you said Chelsea. We'd never have this debate. It's the United. You're insulting us, bro, in front of the United legends.
You need to look at what he's saying, though. I hear it.
I hear it, bro. And I'm sick and tired of people saying you need to. I hear it. Just don't insult us in front of the legends.
It's because United fans are going to banter you. Is that what you're vexed?
No, you're disrespecting me, bro. Why are you speaking beside other United legends and sitting there with Hoyoke as if you're a good manager yourself as well? You're a great player. You're a short manager, pal. Yeah, you know how hard it is to be. You know how hard it is to be a manager. Doesn't even praise him a little bit, and he wants praise for getting into the final of the Olympics. He wants praise. I heard him there speaking about the Olympics when he was dancing when he lost the finals. He wants praise for finals. That's why he mentioned finals. He mentioned cups and finals so he could squeeze in there. The fella that's never scored a final in his life.
This is John find crazy. John find crazy. Arsenal fans legit beefing Henry, a legend. That won us show.
Bro,
that made us relevant.
He has
I
a
couldn't
statue
take-
outside the stadium. He has a
He has a
outside-
statue. Bro, Frank Lampard is a Chelsea legend, but when he was manager, they kicked him the fuck out of there, bros. Football is cruel, bro. Don't take the piss. Arsenal is bigger than Henry. For me, Arsenal Football Club is bigger than Thierry Henry. I don't care if he was our legend. Arsenal is my football club. So have a bit of respect. Ian Roy will criticize us, but he will not shit on us the way he just did there. And that's my problem. I heard everything Henry said. If he was on FTV, if he was on all these Arsenal channels, if he was with Ian Roy in a channel with Richards and he spoke like that, I'd hear it. But you're sitting beside these Gary Neville's and you know damn well they're looking at you like this saying, yeah, this puppet is speaking for us and baiting us. They bait him in. And this is why I'm pissed off, bros. I'm seeing the bigger picture. You man are seeing it. I hear you, Goody. I can hear it. I'm angry at Mikel, bro. I haven't slept. I keep saying this summer I'm going to be all right because there's no football. I'm thinking of this every fucking day, bros. Every day. And you now we have our legends shitting on us as well. And you want me to just sit here and accept this? Well, be like, yeah, Henry's class. When the United fans slag any of you, if you agree with Henry, yeah, don't moan at United fans when they slag you, because you accept this. And that's my problem with all of this. Thank you. My rant's over. The boys are laughing. Disrespecting us online, man.
John, I completely hear you. It's one of them ones because he's on the overlap. They know. And it's owned by Sky Sports as well. They know these people are they have a machine behind them, so they know how to ask.
They know, bro.
The sneaky little questions where you start talking a little bit loose. You know what I'm saying? It's like they give you a little pina colada. You take a couple of sips. And, you start feeling a bit loosey and
a bit loose like this.
You start talking a bit too much. I think that's just what's just happened here.
The building is getting taller, eh? The building is getting taller, eh?
But
when he said that, I knew, yeah, I'm ready for this. He's gonna take the piss. Not even you know what? I heard. Sorry, last one, and I'll stop talking. Last one, and I'll stop talking. Not even like, do you know what? Credits to Mikel. You know what? I'm a manager myself. Roy was a manager. Gary Neville was a manager. It's very hard, you know, the way Arsenal came through. It was really dark them times. I used to see them lose to Burnley 1-0 at home. I used to see them lose to Leicester at home 1-0. You know, fans were arguing with Granit Xhaka, this, that. Mikel couldn't get, wins, this, that. But from what he took them to this, it's absolutely fantastic, and I'll salute him. But he does need to, elevate more. Maybe this summer that's coming up, we can get extra players, and maybe as well with the injuries, you could look into it and try and rest these players. But going forward, you could add in reinforcements and stuff and try and, manage the squad better. They'll probably be a bit easier because there's no European football or like World Cups or anything this year, so they get a rest and they can recover. That's what I would have loved if Henry said that. There's a bit of criticism there, being like, you know what, you've 3 years in a row. Come on, man, guys, come on. People are gonna start looking at like, are you bottling it again for the fourth time? I wouldn't mind that. The way he's doing it there, I know it's a bait and he's trying to take the piss. And if you don't see that, I don't know.
Remember when we had our pre-record yesterday when we were doing this, and I said I'm numb to this, I'm glad I'm numb to this because I don't want to be what John is right now. Because I feel like I've survived too many heart attacks from this Arsenal team.
No, I'm numb.
The reason why I'm so happy it's coming from Henry, this is the point I was trying to make earlier. It's well and good the likes of us shouting on Twitter and stuff like that, and then obviously creators who are bigger than us shouting on it, blah blah. Like the likes of Truth pisses me off, but he'll get cooked online without blah blah. The fact that our legend is saying this, this will the club will hear this, and I just hope that there's some movement and there's some seriousness. Because like I said before,
that's a fair point.
Niggas are mad at the summer, right? Cool, but then you have January to rectify that, and we're still in the summer wasn't too bad because we're not 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th. We're probably 3rd, 2nd, or whatever, and you still have Champions League there, and you're still in the FA Cup. The fact you did nothing in January, I don't care if Henry is sitting there beside the devil and he's saying,
"No, goody. Don't forget they try to sign Ollie Watkins. Don't forget.
They can hold this. Mikel, Arsenal fans, they can hold this. We deserve all of this because we're not a serious club. We're not a serious club. How you have Saka injured, you have Jesus injured, right? 2 attacking players injured, and Koi, obviously, we're going to rely on Koi for the season, and you have a 17-year-old coming through, blah, blah, blah. And then Raheem that hasn't walked. Trossard that he's in and out, and he's better as a 12th man. And you gambled. You gambled with your season. I said, nah, we're going to go in with this. You gamble with your season. Arteta, the club, they can hold that. I don't care. Yeah, we're saying we don't know how much power he has, blah, 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 this, that, and that. But do not tell me that he could not have grabbed someone on loan.
Oh, 1,000%.
Someone.
1,000%.
No, that's literally what I said to the boys as well. Like back in January, you're telling me there's not one person in world football that could come into this Arsenal squad. Just help elevate it a little bit, or just help us get over the line. You're telling me there wasn't one. That's why I keep asking. I will keep asking this question until I get an answer. Who's in our scouting department? What does our scouting department?
Good, I said this to you, didn't I?
What do they do?
No
what the data analysis people? What do they do? What are they doing? Because it seems like they scout one player, they tell Mikel becomes fixated on that player, and that's their job done. They go on roll a cigarette, roll a little cigarette, go outside, smoke one, and say, yeah.
That's all they know what to do. They sell merch. They're selling merch. They sell merch. There's probably new merch coming out now. New this, and me as well. Full, I'll probably buy as well. This is what they do, anyways. They
I also want to ask you guys a serious question as well, though. We're only been on the overlap. Obviously, the last time we won the league was the Invincible season. Yeah. Did we actually give up something in order to get that trophy? Because
I think so, yeah.
Because there's no way, yeah, that we would always get close, but just never seem to do enough, or something happened and completely derail us. Because there's been so many times across the years that we should have won the league. We genuinely should have won the league. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think there's 2 things here, right? Well, maybe 3 things. For me, right, we didn't adapt to the talk, because after the Invincible season, Roman came in with the money, right? And then obviously Chelsea was spending, blah, blah, blah. And obviously then we moved to the Emirates. Then we had that, obviously, we all turned into fucking accountants. I mean, we had to sell our best players, this, that, that. But there was 1 year we challenged for the league.
08.
That year, was it 08, yeah?
07, 08, yeah.
Yeah, or there was... What Wenger
Eduardo...
then, there was always missing like a centre mid or a centre back. Wenger would never just, do you know what I mean? We never got anyone in. So it's always just, that trend has now followed us into now, where we're always missing that one piece of the puzzle.
Like there hasn't been one transfer window in 20 years where I've actually that is actually been and gone that I said, you know what, we did some good business. I'm happy with that.
I want to Declan Rice for me. That's for me. I'm just saying that
I'm just saying we went in there. We went to the shop, got everything that we needed, and went.
I like that window with Ramsdale, Ben White, Tommy Yasu. That was a good window because that was getting us back into Europe, right? Because we finished 8th, yeah, and I think we finished 5th last year. We just missed out on top 4. And I like
the Jesus one as well was nice. And
yeah,
Zinchenko.
I was going to say that Jesus and Skinny was a good window as well.
But I'm still saying we still kind of missed something in those windows.
Yeah. You know? There's always one extra piece missing.
You know what I'm saying? We said that was a good window, but we still said maybe we could have got somebody else. With that Declan Rice one, who else we signed alongside
Havertz and Raya.
And David Raya on loan, but then we bombed this season for full time.
But we were crying out for centre backs at that point because Rob Holding was still on the books. Who was there? We were still looking for like a backup defensive mid because Lokonga.
Right back as well. Timber as well. We got Timber as well last year.
They even announced Lokonga has a new contract. Why? Why? His contract.
Yeah, I saw that. I did explain to you.
He probably had an option and they activated it, maybe just to get money from.
Yeah, that's what I said to him. But they tried 3 times.
They've struggled for the past 2 years to get rid of him.
We're on the subject of transfers, right, Toy? You're very against the Thomas Partey transfer. Why are you against it?
I want to hear that.
I've been screaming for this guy to leave for the past 3 years. You can check my tweets. I don't have a bar of this guy. I do not like him.
Why is that? Is it the grape? Is it the grape?
The whole grape situation. I'm not a fan. I don't know what's going on with that situation, but I just don't like that stench around my club. It's a very
true. You're right.
I don't like it because anything that we do, say if we win something next season with this guy, that stench is going to be there. Because what you know what I was going to say? Oh yeah, you had a in your team. Do
you know what's mad? Do you know what's mad? He's probably been one of our best players this season, bros.
I think
even DM was in the league.
How is he the only person this season alone in his last contract year that didn't get injured once?
Yeah.
Make that make sense for me. Now, to get on to the reason why I don't like him, I think he's a great footballer. I don't think he's an exceptional footballer. I think he has some flaws in his game, but because he can do these little knee flicks and turns, he can drop a shoulder and he can make it look silky.
But not everyone can do that, bro. Not everyone can.
Not everybody can do that. But on transition is where he loses me. Last season, transition, bro. I seen Scott McTominay just run past him when we played United at Old Trafford last season. Like, he was struggling.
Yeah. When the teams are on transition on us.
You know what you meant,
bro?
Okay. This when we played Leicester, we were fighting for our lives in that game. I can't remember who was it. Was it
El Canus?
And he was running, and he's like he was stuck in the mud. Let's not forget the London derby a couple of seasons ago where he pulled up in the middle of a transition.
Oh yeah, and Mikel pushed him in.
And he just ran to the side. And he was trying to tell Mikel that he's injured. Mikel pushed him to the game. Like the guy has to me, he can be very slow sometimes. Do you know what I'm saying? Like just some of his decision making. Do you know what I'm saying? And then with the whole Greg situation, I just want this guy gone. I genuinely just want this guy gone.
Well, you can't get. I hear you fully as well. Yeah, but if you were to get rid of him, who's going to replace it, bro? Because I don't want to see Rice 6. This Rice 6 as well. I don't like it.
Again, John, don't like. That's what I'm asking. What is the scouting department doing?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Listen, if they pay me 100K a year, I promise you I'll be able to find a player. I promise you, I'll bring you a list. I'll even have a list of what the favorite food is, what the daughter's favorite color is. I will have everything.
Yeah, but then the owners will be like, nah, we're not gonna get these guys, man. These Americans.
While we're on transfers, right? For me, like, I look at the midfield, and it's like, I know people keep saying striker. I don't think the striker solves all of Arsenal's problems. I'll be so real. Because the football we play, I'm sure when you guys are watching, I think we're very slow. We're very, I don't know, we haven't got that magic.
Can I counter that, Goody? Just a quick one. You can come back here. Can I counter that? Do you think it's slow as well? Because they're starting to suss the way we're playing other teams.
No, it's not about sussing.
No, it's especially at home. Because I think when we play away, it works. It's at home, especially.
I'll even counteract what John is saying on top of that as well. I think our players don't take enough risk.
Yeah, they don't either. Yeah,
they don't exactly. But that's they don't take enough risk.
Because I was at the West Ham game. Yeah, I was at the West Ham game when we lost 1-0. Calafuri, even though he got burned by who was it? Wan-Bissaka had him on toast. Bowen had him on toast as well.
Oh yeah.
But Calafuri in that game for the first half, anyways, was the only one that was actually willing to shoot. Our captain decided to turn into a cheerleader. He started doing high school musical every 2 seconds. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm screaming, literally pulling my dreads, boy, saying, "Fucking do something instead of fucking clapping your hands and telling me to shout. Maybe make a pass, have a shot, do something, and I'll get up out of my seat." Like these players, like they're too. And I've said it so many times as well. They're too tactically coached. They've come out in interviews and said it as well. They've said that Mikel tells them what's exactly going to happen in the game, and they just leave it because whatever he says happens, it tends to happen. So that's why when he tells them when you're in this zone with zone 14 and zone 16, all this bollocks as well, they'll pass it instead of taking a shot or decide to drop a shoulder and take a man on. We don't have anybody that's willing sometimes to say fuck Mikel.
We haven't got Mavericks. This
Mavericks.
To get into your point, we don't have anybody that's willing to take risks. We don't it still goes back to what Troy Deeney said a couple of years ago. We don't have cojones, boys. We don't.
You know, a player like Ryan Churchy, like a Maverick, like they'll just do something out, like get the ball from the halfway trip. We don't have that. You know what I mean? And I feel like this is why the only reason I keep Partey for a year, right? That midfield of Zubimendi, starting midfield,
it's too weak.
And the captain, right? Then Zubi gets injured. You move Declan back to the 6, Marino as an 8. I don't like that midfield. I don't like that. No. Like coming up against a Newcastle, them big midfield, Liverpool midfield can be different next season. You see his midfield.
No athleticism. Athleticism.
Do you get me?
Athleticism, yeah.
Do you get me?
Athleticism.
So I don't know.
Do you know what? Arsenal, it's very hard for Arsenal because I'll be real. If it was me, people might laugh. Yeah. If it was me, I'd even want 6-7 players, boys.
That's what
I'd
that's
want 6 to
literally
7
that's what
players,
we're
man.
saying. We need a little squad overhaul. Like I said that to
Yeah.
you, Goody, as well on Twitter. Like we need a little overhaul. Like how we 5-6 years into the thing, and we have to do a mini overhaul again. This is where we should be kicking on. This is supposed to be prime time.
Yeah, that's where you maximize all the windows, which we don't do. I think we need, you know what we need, right? For me, we need starters to be able to drop to the bench. So like, where Havertz, replace him with Gyökeres, but you're on the bench. That's a good option as an option two. Martinelli, get someone in for him. You drop to the bench. Odegaard, now we don't not drop you to the bench, but get someone that's scary enough. If you're not performing, your ass can hold bench. Then you have a squad. Do you get what I'm trying to say? If you're gonna, for me, if you're gonna not sign like 6-7, as John said, which I think we need as well, sign at least 3 marquee players where that their starters are affected. At least then.
What happened to the marquee signings that they promised us every single transfer window? Remember when Josh Kroenke said that as well?
Yeah.
What happened to that?
For me, marquee will be Rodrigo. Martinelli drops straight away. Would you Gyökeres, for me, he has 102 goals in whatever many games. That's a marquee signing. He's the hottest striker in Europe right now, right? And I get me a 10. Get me a call. I think you guys agree. I think the back line is grand. When everyone's
fine.
Yeah,
it's not grand. If Mikel's training is hard, it's not grand because the whole back line
in terms
of
numbers,
season,
though, John. In terms of numbers and depth.
No, bro, they're all falling, bro. They're all falling. How am I seeing? Look how the season ended. Yeah, Kieran Tierney played. Who's gone? Calafiori didn't even play because he got injured again. So it's Kivior, and apparently he's gone. Who played beside him against Sheffield? Against Southampton? Because I didn't watch that game. At the back. And who played left back? Zinchenko. And who played right back? Ben White. Ben White was 3 of those that played there against Southampton. They're more than likely not even going to be in the squad again. So now these guys, if they get injured, who's going to replace them? The guys that start. So that's what I said. We need about 6-7 players, but let's be real, man. Because if Saliba goes, who's going to replace him? If Gabriel gets injured again, who's going to replace him? If there's Carabao games now, who's going to replace him? Because we'll be in the same boat again. Why is Gabriel playing Carabao? Because there's no one there to replace him. Gabriel probably played against Bolton because Calafiori, his leg was gone. So we never see this, do we? Zinchenko was injured again. He barely plays, but he's always injured somehow. Only God had Timber playing this long because God knows he could have got injured way earlier in the amount of minutes he's played. Ben White was injured already at the start of the season. It's all easy saying
2 years.
2 years, bro. Injections. Now they're saying other guys probably the same as well. He's probably injured. It's probably his performance. I'm not going to use that as an excuse, but maybe he is because he's not the same. What's going on with him?
He's run these players to the ground. I know this footballing schedule hasn't helped him, but Mikel as well. He's like.
But who can he play when your backup is injured as well?
No. That's I completely get that. But like you mentioned, why is certain players playing at certain games when you need to look what Slot came and did with Liverpool? Yeah, he literally got a graph of all the players who was in the red, played them in certain games. Like Slot didn't make any signings at all.
No. They have a huge squad though. I would give it. They do have a huge squad, and people always forget that Liverpool last season they actually bought the league, but no one really wants to chat about that in it because it's only Arsenal. They actually bought the league because they were top more than us last season, but they bought it completely. But they have a huge squad. They've got a big squad, bro.
I don't think it's that big if you really think
it is. Look at their position. It's just midfield that I'd tweak a bit. That's why they're bringing Merchants to here. But actually look at
if Van Dijk was to go down, obviously they wouldn't have an adequate replacement. But who would they really put there? Like Joe Gomez?
Just Van Dijk. And that's the situation we're in. If Gabriel's gone down, he's probably United's best centre back.
I think because to what you're saying then, right then, because Arsenal are afraid that we're going to be using our budget to be signing another left back or another centre back. If you're saying that, then you can't complain if you sign another centre back. For me, because look, Calafiori
I'm not complaining. I'm saying we need centre backs as well.
Can cover
so get rid of some
left back, yeah. We have Kivior that's there as well. Timber.
He's going.
Tomiyasu.
Kivior's going.
If he comes back to the, how do you know he's going? Is that
They
confirmed?
said he's going. Kivior doesn't want to sign his contract or whatever it is. He's going. Kivior's going.
You don't know that yet. I think Kivior will stay.
Yeah, that's if he does stay. But all I've heard he wants to go.
I think Zinchenko will definitely go. He's gonna want football, right? I think
Tierney's gone.
Tierney's already gone, yeah. So that's Calafiori and team battling now for left back. I think he should stay. Timber's there, Ben Moyes there, Saliba's there, and Tomiyasu's there. So I think we're all right at the back.
Tomiyasu,
I can't rely on that guy.
No, don't rely on him.
Roger got an ACL injury and still played the game.
and he's back already.
Like he's played the game before.
Well, then we're throwing in a centre back then.
No, but it's funny. It's funny because we laugh and say, "Why is Mikelko the boy center?" Bro, we actually have known bros. We have known. We're buying with some, but we actually have known bros. Deep it. We have that Calafiori one has just put us back as well. It's put us more because the guy is injury prone, man. He keeps getting injured. He just came here to do fashion, and all the girls are there, blushing on him. The guy came here to do fashion, get tattoos in his hands, and look fresh.
I think he's a better centre back than him.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
But he doesn't play.
I watched him.
Availability.
I watched him.
He doesn't play.
He's a much he gets his 1v1 defending is so bad. He gets toasted.
Well, I watched live at West Ham. It actually gave me the ick. I said, what the hell is this, man?
Yeah,
he's just getting burned every single time, getting caught flat-footed. He's never side on. He's fun tracing every single time. I'm like, brother, what are you doing?
But with all this,
because you could say that about Skelly though. Skelly as well defensively. I don't like him as well. I'll be real. I don't like him defensively.
I have more faith in Skelly than.
No, I have more faith, but even that as well. I'm like he's nice.
Skelly against.
Did you not see him against Mo Salah there during the week?
Nah, but Mo Salah, if he was really on, he would have cooked him. Them man won't parry for us.
Can't do that.
I can't do that, man. I can't do it because when Mo Salah, I'm not gonna. This is what I'm saying. I'm not.
He's 18 at Anfield, and he defends
like that. He's not. Listen, if it was up to me, I'd have him back in midfield. He's good enough to be in midfield as well. I don't want him at left back. I can't lie.
No, I don't want him at left back either.
I know. That's what I said. Defensively, he's not good at left back.
I know his ability in midfield, but
he's not. But he's not good defensively left back though. He's not good defensively left back. That's my personal opinion. You can say Calafiori this. Skelly as well.
That's absolutely fine because he's not a left back by choice anyway.
Yeah, he's not left back. So is Calafiori no. Calafiori's not left back by choice.
He started off as a left back, then got moved to centre back, and then now he's back at left back again.
But you can say Skelly started as left back, and then now he's midfield.
How we even defended? I didn't see him getting cooked against Madrid either. 2 games didn't get cooked.
Who's Skelly?
Yep.
Yeah, but PSG, he was getting rinsed,
PSG
and then
PSG away.
West Ham as well.
West
Ham as well when he got the red card.
Yeah, PSG
West Ham as well when he got the red card.
That's the one where I was like, you can tell that it did the occasion. Did get to him. It did.
Get to him, yeah. It did, yeah. Now I'm not saying he's not a bad player. He can do a shift there. But I just think when we're high up a bit, him left back is I'm scared of it because he wants to hold it as well, and he gets caught a few times doing this stuff. But I don't mind him left back. This is not a Lewis Skelly beef or anything. I do like, but it's just I'm just counting on what you just said. Calafiori is a bit sus at left back. Defensively, same with Skelly. I think defensively he's a bit. But overall, I love the kid, man.
No, but for me, the reason I say that is like I said, I've watched because I like when we were even linked to him, yeah, because he's 22, Italian, all this stuff. So I did watch him at the Euros. I was like, wait, this would probably be a good sign to probably take us to that extra level. If Gabriel's injured or whatever, it's obviously we didn't have full trust in Kivior, yeah. That's a good player to have in. I was happy with that sign. But obviously he was playing him left back then because obviously Gabriel's our starting centre back. I was watching him. I'm like, I don't know about you. I'm way more happy with Skelly at left back than him. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't want to
progress the conversation, right? With Mikel, is the pressure on next season? Like, if he doesn't deliver next season, Wagwan.
Do you want to go first, Toby? Because
listen, my point of view on it, anyways. I haven't made it. I haven't said it publicly on any social media platform. I was talking about work today. For me, my patience is starting to wear thing, and I was one of Arteta's biggest fans. I'm not even Arteta L right now, but my patience is wearing thing when I'm watching all these people lift trophies and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's starting to burn me inside. Do you know what I'm saying? Because
I'm not on your point there, yeah. It's because of Spurs, right? And I'll tell you why.
Mm.
Not because of the rivalry, not because I hate him, blah blah. The manager, right? Listen. I'm one of these fans, right? Like we've spoken, we introduce ourselves and blah blah blah. I watch every presser. I watch them little training clips Arsenal drop. I watch that. I watch everything. I listen to everything that Mikel says. Ange Postecoglou was struggling at Spurs, and he told these niggas, "I win trophies in my second season."
That's
right?
so cold, man.
And then he goes and delivers. My manager went to a
not even not just Goody. Not sorry to cut you off, but not even any trophy, a European trophy that they haven't won since the 80s.
My manager done a podcast with Arsenal fans. Shout out him for turning over. Remember, John, you were saying it's like him going to your one, and I get that. But he told Arsenal fans in the crowd that he's having dreams, like he wrote Dreams and Nightmares by Meek Mill. My manager is dreaming. That's where I'm kind of like, and I always say, you man see me, Mikel, till the wheels fall off. Because I remember the days, boys. I remember that game, David Luiz headbutted Jimenez.
Jimenez, yeah.
The Wolves beat us in that game.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Don't forget that penalty as well. Don't forget that penalty.
Yeah,
Then we lost to, I think it was 3-0
Burnley.
when Barkley.
Barkley and
man, we were losing that bad. Yeah, I was sitting there, and I'm a grown ass man with 2 kids. Tears that rolling down my eyes because I was like, "What happened to my team?"
Yeah.
Do you get? And Mikel he was there. I remember he was saying, "Guys, I'll take it. Hit me. Don't mind these players. Don't mind the club. Hit me, guys." To now you're dreaming. 6 years in, allow me, boys, allow me.
Yeah. What I was gonna say is how if this guy gets knocked out of any cup competition early, say he chose a Carabao Cup or anything like that, just sack him. Just sack him because I'll be honest. I'll come and say it with chest because I don't have time for you to keep trying to learn on the job. You've done enough work experience. You're in the job 6 years. You have enough.
I wouldn't say.
No.
So you basically you want him to do you want him to do the. I said he's sacked. No. Do you know what his opinion is? Let him land. I want to hear it.
That's my opinion because boys, yeah, my expectation of Arsenal this year, yeah, because I looked at the signings that we made in the summer. I said, yeah, we're not going to win this league. I said, just at least bring me a Carabao Cup. I said the reason why I said give me a Carabao Cup if you walk with me for a second is I want the players to start leaving the season with something. Maybe it's not the main objective that you wanted, but at least
fair enough.
You left us something that you can say, you know what? Okay, we didn't win the Premier League, didn't win the Champions League, we won the FA Cup, didn't win the Carabao Cup. Okay, we won the FA Cup. Next season we go for the Premier League. You get knocked out of everything else. Maybe you win the Premier League. I want them to start cultivating a winning mentality and a winning culture. Listen to what I told you about Jurgen Klopp with them on the finals that he's gone to. 3 Champions League finals. Was it 2? He made a Carabao Cup final and an FA Cup final in the same season. Beat Chelsea in both times, and he made those finals those other times as well. And he's also won the Prem. Made title pushes. So for them, going long in title races and going long in competitions was embedded in them because they were able to pick up these trophies along the way. And it's one of them. If you cannot even help pick trophies up along the way, I can't trust you to now deliver me the big one because I haven't seen any evidence of you actually being able to start from here and get to here and deal with whatever is in between, but you still get to the end goal successfully. I have not seen that. And that's why I'm saying that. Obviously, you guys will have your own different opinions. I know John.
I agree with that. No, Moms, I do agree with that. I wouldn't say after the Carabao, but if he doesn't win anything again next season,
if you get knocked out of any cup competition early, just get rid of him.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Just get rid of him. Just because I don't have.
Does it have to be Does that have to be amazing for him?
See, the thing is, yeah, this is what I'm stuck on something here, boys. Yeah, if Mikel Arteta now next season, yeah, comes 5th, but he wins the Carabao and the FA Cup, what are we saying?
That's what I was going to ask.
What are we saying? To get me, so what? Obviously, we want the league and stuff, but like, what's the requirements? Like, man gets sacked now for coming second. Man, are on podcast now losing it because we come second. I'll be real, bros. If we were back in the times when I grew up, 08 and stuff, yeah, I'd be calm. But it's just now we live in a generation where I'm fueled because of the fans, and you're seeing all of this in it.
Calm. You have
Let's
to
be
add,
real.
you have to, like I said, we're followers of the club, right? And we're followers of the club to the point where we've agreed to do content. That means we're gonna have to follow each and every single step. And the reason why we're doing this because we follow the club step. We don't just watch the game and then we go home and we sleep. No, we follow the club. The club took the piss in January, and the fact now our rivals who don't win have won a trophy. Now even Chelsea with this Tim Pot trophy, and now we've had a better season than Arsenal, blah blah blah. Like there's pressure now. Pressure is big. He has to next season for me. Because I know growing up, even like watching the FA Cup and stuff like that, blah blah. I know FA Cup is a big. No matter what, I remember United fans years ago when we were winning the FA Cup. Oh, you didn't win that. No, FA Cup was a big trophy. Yeah. And it's fact, like, look at it when you win a treble. Yeah, say if you win a Carabao Cup, you don't count it as a treble. You have to win the FA Cup.
FA Cup, yeah.
FA Cup gets you into the play. You play the champions who won the league. It's not the Carabao Cup winners. It's a different the FA Cup. If he
you even get Europe in it. Respectfully, you do get Europe as well.
If you give me FA Cup next season as a minimum and Champions League, you can keep your job. If you don't even bring the FA Cup, Mikel.
Yeah, to answer your question, to answer your question, John, like say if we come fifth next season and we win the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, I'll say, you know what, we have Champions League football secured as well, yeah. I'll say, you know what, you didn't reach your main objective yet, but at least you bring me something tangible that I can see. I'll say again, just like in FIFA where they don't give you like a 2-year or 3-year contract, they do you on a yearly basis. I'll say, okay, we didn't achieve everything, but at least we get something. We gave a couple of moments to the fans. There was something that we can put in a trophy.
I can't lie. We as humans, I don't know. After post, we're so harsh in the man. What? It's so harsh, man. I'm actually deep in this. It's so harsh.
It's harsh, but football is a results-based business. They get paid thousands, millions of pounds to deliver, and you're not delivering. How much time can we just sit there and just say, yeah, this is fine. You're eventually gonna deliver the big one. Like
John, this goes back to Henry's point, Roy. This goes back to Henry's point with the squad that he's had. Don't forget the 6 years, Roy, because that would be harsh because he had Mustafis, Socrates, all this. In the last 3 years, you're telling me this team could not reach a final.
No, I hear that. I just think it's harsh. Like you should get sacked. God damn, it's good to criticize, but to get sacked. God damn.
John,
jeez, like it's easy to win the Prem. Like it's easy to win the Prem.
I don't know if it was Fabio Capello.
Who are we to say to win the Prem next year? Who are we, bros?
John, I completely get that, but if you look around the landscape of certain things, I don't want us to turn into Chelsea.
Who are we? Bro, sorry. Our biggest signing,
man. Certain clubs that can't run.
Yeah, no, but who are we, bros? I can't like who are like Liverpool now. If they had went with Klopp, because Klopp now was struggling as well to keep up with City after he won his. He was struggling to keep up. That's why he left because he was stressed. Liverpool was never going to get rid of him because obviously he won the trophies in it, so players they can back it. But who are we as Arsenal Football Club?
No, but John, you also have to ask who are we trying to be? Because we've been these nice guys for the past 20 odd years. We want to give people time.
Yeah, who are we trying to be? Who are we trying to be?
What we're trying to be is a successful club because the reason why we moved into the Emirates was to compete with the likes of Bayern, Real Madrid, and all this type of stuff. Real Madrid have just let go of a manager that have won them two Champions Leagues in 3 years. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Liverpool.
No, they didn't let go. It was a mutual, and he's like we're not Real Madrid. This is what I'm saying. Yeah. Hold on. Please, Toy. Please. We're not these big. This is what I want Arsenal fans to realize as well. Yeah. We're not those guys, man. We're not those guys. Can we just accept sometimes? Yeah. We're not those guys, man. We're not those guys.
We need to be like those guys.
No, because we're putting these high expectations here, and we think, oh, yeah, we should have. We're not those guys, man. We're not those guys.
Then, John, are we really a big club or not? We have to move like such.
For me, with the owners we have, we're not a big club. Hands down, we're not a big club. We're not a big club, bro. You don't go January, bro. City were nowhere near the league. They spent 200 mil splash in January, bros. We're not those guys, man. We're not those guys.
Maybe we need to start protesting and getting these owners out because
we do need to get them out. We do.
If they're just happy with mediocrity, then
they are happy with it. Yeah, and as fans, like loyal fans, they'll still go next year, pay the 1,000, whatever it is for season tickets. They'll buy the merch. You know, you have people protesting, but there's those fans that'll still go and, you know, lift their ass and buy the stuff.
We talk about the owners, right? Mikel has to be careful as well. Because obviously, look, apparently the match-going fans still have his back and stuff like that, blah, blah. Some creatives and all still have his back, but he needs to be careful because he turns around and says he has the
Them
best
upstairs.
ownership in the world.
Yeah.
Best ownership.
Of course, Goody. If someone was paying you 12 mil, of course you'd say that as well.
They're his bosses. They're his bosses.
Yeah, there's bosses.
I'm not saying you have to come out in a press conference or you come out in the media.
I promise you, with these owners that we have, you can bring in any manager. They won't even bring the elite managers because we're not those guys. I think I need to just realize that we're not those guys. You said it, Tohib, man. Since the Invincible, did we sell something for us to be here today, man? We're not those guys. Chelsea, even now, they're just collecting trophies here and there, bros. They're bigger than Arsenal, in my opinion. If you want to go recency boys, they're trophy-wise, they're bigger than us, bro. Recently, I can't lie. City have 6, I think, I believe, leagues until they catch up with us. 6 already. That's mad.
No, they're 3 behind us now.
They're 3, innit? Do you know how mad that is?
No, that's
they're
crazy.
3 behind us.
They're still behind us.
That's disgusting. We're not those guys.
That's a fact.
We're the third, but in 3 years' time, see win it. We're fucked. We're fucked. What else? They have Champions League. They've got 13 leagues to win it again, and they can't because they're those guys. They'll go somewhere now and bring someone. Yeah, and then they sell as well players. Alvarez just went 80 mil at that. Bang. Who do we sell? Who's our highest sell? Chamberlain or Iwobi? We're not those guys. I think we need to start realizing we're not those guys, man. And that's why I hear Lee Gunnar sometimes. I'm like, when he takes the piss over us, is he actually messing or being that serious? But then deeper, you know what? We're actually not those guys, man. We're not those guys. We want to act like us fans. Of course, we want to win stuff in it, because, bro, as fans, you want to see your team winning it. But you could clearly see our owners. We went to January, my friend, and you know what? Me and Goody sat down and watched the United game. Yeah, we went to January. And I was like, you know what? This would be the perfect excuse as well because Gabriel fell, Saka was gone. I was like, you know what? At least they're seeing this now. Hi, they'll definitely buy. They didn't buy anyone. We're not those guys.
You know what it is? Yeah, I think this would be even worse if Newcastle were allowed to spend their money.
Oh, boys.
Oh my God! If Newcastle were allowed to spend their bread, yeah, good night. Good night. And that's the only reason we're not getting Isak, because Newcastle have the money and resources to keep him there at the club. They can just say, here's a nice 300 bags, 5-year deal, and chill here and be comfortable. We'll get Champions League, blah, blah, blah. But if they could spend their bread, see all these joggers and all that we're linked with.
Sorry, Goody. But to wrap up quickly, yeah, I want to know, yeah, what can really Mikel do differently next season that you'd like for him to see, and what is your expectations for next season? I'll start off with you, Goody.
For me, I think I like when managers sign players early and get them in for pre-season. None of this deadline day or we come back from our tour. I think we're going to where are we going? Hong Kong this year?
Yeah, we're going to Asia this year, yeah.
Yeah, so we go there and then I don't like that. Get your target. I think the window's even open now for the Club World Cup, then closes for a bit and then opens again. Get your targets in now. Get them a good preseason. There's no excuses. More squad rotation. And for me, he has to bring home a major, or whether that's an FA Cup, the Champions League, or the Premier League. But I think the Premier League is going to be harder next year for how Liverpool are going to invest, how Chelsea are going to invest now that they have Champions League football. City, we know City, Rodri coming back, how they're going to invest. So I don't think Arsenal. I'm sure we're going to do content where we're going to be doing league predictions and all that down the line, but I don't think we're going to win the league next year. For me, go for one of the majors, as in the Champions League or the FA Cup, or even bring home a Carabao Cup, but bring home a cup. But yeah, that's my expectations. Get your players in early and get them in a good pre-season, and then we'll see from there. I'll know properly, just for me to, I know I'm rambling, I'll know properly what the story is where Arsenal's going to be when the transfer window closes, for me.
I'm just hoping what I'm thinking is not gonna be what it's like, but we'll see with this club. But yeah, Tams, give me your predictions. What do you expect Arsenal to be like in the league next season? What's your expectations trophy wise as well? And one thing that you could tell Arteta to learn from, what would it be?
I kind of take a bit what Goody said as well. Like, I love. See, I love preseason. People might think preseason shit, but I love preseason because it's like I haven't watched Arsenal maybe in 2 months, and then you get to see the boys again.
Yeah.
And there was 1 year I watched them when Gabriel Jesus and them man came. Everyone was in early. Zinchenko, everyone was in early, and it kind of made sense why we started class because everyone was there, bro. You're doing preseason, smashing Chelsea in preseason. I know it's preseason, but you can see like, oh shit, I want that. Just start the season nice. Bring all your signings in perfectly. And for Mikel next season as well. A lot of fans have been saying this, bro. Just brother, rotate your bloody squad, man. Rotate, come up with something new. Every day I'm seeing the same formation where he plays this. Now, I love it when you play away with it because it does work when we play away because teams will come at you in this, that, and but when especially home form. The home form this season was shocking. Absolutely shocking this season. Man. That's one thing I wish that Mikel could just but the signings, especially get your signings. If we don't sign anyone, I promise you, we're not winning anything next season. We're winning no trophies next season. And it might even get worse because, like you said, Goody, clubs are going to reinvest and probably get better. But who knows?
Yeah.
But if we don't sign anyone, we're not winning out.
And what's one thing you can say to Thierry right now after watching the overlap? Times I'll start with you before we head off.
Thierry Henry, mon ami, mon frère. Je parle français ici, mon frère. I hope you listen. I know he's not going to listen. Well, if he does, que Dieu te bénisse, mon frère. I love this guy. He was the king. I grew up watching this guy. I watched football because of him. Just, brother, help us, man. Help us. I know we're in it. Just help us, at least the fans, And please stop sitting with these man and making us look stupid online. I hear you. You're a legend, and whatever you said was very good. Sit down with Ian Wright and say it, and I'd hear you more. Don't sit with these Gary. I hate Gary Neville and them man there and Carragher, especially that Carragher fella. He's won fuck all in his life. I know he's won Champions League, and he speaks like he's done all. Just please, don't, please.
Let me just interject quickly. His son was plays for Malta because he wasn't going to make it for England. But I digress. Anyways,
Carragher's son.
Yeah,
he plays for Malta. The Malta national team.
Well, yeah, Goody. What's one thing you can say to TT after
Thierry, man. Another thing that he said, it was a bit of life advice that I'm not taking from my life. Even what he said is like, stand on your opinion, man. It's your life. Do you hear me? Don't let anyone dictate your life. And yeah, I can see why he's so stubborn, because I can see why he's a winner as well. Because, like I said, you have to have standards. Man.
Well, he's a bleeding loser as a manager. Bleeding loser as a manager, man. Do you know when Mourinho speaks here and he feels like this, or even be like, you know what, Veres, because as a manager, he's done it, whether you like it or not. But Henry, man, fix up on your manager's TV, man. He said there now he's happy in Belgium because it's easy. He's an assistant. Hey, to be a manager is hard. That's why I give props to Arteta, bro. So hard, but I don't know what he's going through. My guy's always vexed in interviews nowadays when people are asking him simple questions. He wants to fight them. Hey. God, he knows. Henry, you should know. Being a manager is very hard, man. Roy Keane as well. Where is he now, managerially? Neville is now on punditry because he said, hey, his last game was 7-1 or something against, who was it, Barca or something like that. It's hard, man. Give respect, give props to the managers that actually, Goody was a manager before as well. You should know. It's very hard. Imagine managing this Arsenal. And I know these American owners, they haven't a clue about football, bros. They just know, oh, yeah, and they have their son that looks all right, and he might know one or two players, but the owners, I swear to God, I don't know. Mikel, it's easy to blame Mikel because he does talk shit sometimes. And as manager, you really want what you think to work. Wenger was a problem with that. He taught Cesc Fabregas and them. I wish it worked. The idea is nice, but realistically, brother, you're not going to make it if you keep doing this way.
Just to end on Arteta, the reason why I always say to the wheels fall off, I would love this project and phase to end with him because he was the one. He gave us the reason why we can go on Twitter. Yeah, we haven't won, but we can say to man, what? You're trying to chat to me, Mikel Arteta. I don't want it to be another Brendan Rodgers situation where he laid the foundation, then Klopp just then Klopp took it. You know what I mean? I love it to fit because he deserves that himself. Mikel,
he does, man.
You know what I mean? He deserves that. I'll never forget that press conference when he said, guys, hit me, I'll take it. Do you know what I mean? He was taking on the stuff that the board were messing up on, the players messing up on the pitch, just stuff like that, man. Do you know what I mean? Top like our Big Six record, we haven't been beaten by a Big Six team in how long?
You know what I mean?
Come on, man. Real
They're
Madrid.
but they're the context Henri doesn't want to say, though. This is what I'm saying. These are the contexts Henri doesn't want to say in these chats. But look, he's Henri anyways. He's the GOAT, so he can say what he wants. But these are you're so right, Goody, man. These are the contexts. Look at him. Look what he's. Well, he has to win. He has to win, boys. He has to win.
Well, anyways, boys, we'll leave it at that. We'll definitely reconvene on the weekend again. But yeah, for everybody that's been in the live, that's locked into the live, we honestly appreciate you guys. And then yeah, we hope to see you on the next one. Yeah, good night. God bless. Take care of yourself.
Where can I get these so I can do the clips? It's gonna be on YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, it's streaming straight onto YouTube, so be able to do it there, bro.
I'm heading over there right now.
Yeah, I'm heading it now. I'm gonna listen to safe, bros.
Anyways, sayonara. Take care, everyone. Love.